Alex here with a high conflict child custody video on following through. You could kind of apply this to a legal nuts and bolts video as well, or what I meant to say is any other type of case besides child custody and divorce, but this is mainly a problem in child custody cases. Most other cases have a beginning and an end. And so when it comes to people's experience in those cases, including hiring attorneys, typically they do get to the end. They do get to some kind of dispositive order, some kind of decision, trial, whatever, and their case is over. This is more of a problem in child custody and divorce actions. Over the years of me representing myself and also helping other people on my channel, I have seen that one of the most common, I'm not even going to say one of, the most common strategy, number one, appears to be not going to trial. And I have strong suspicions that it has to do with the things that I talk about in the video, settlers versus litigators. And before I just go and throw all these attorneys under the bus saying that they don't want to go to trial because they're lazy, I want to reiterate what I said in settlers versus litigators, which is that I think with most of those attorneys, it's a budget problem. It's a problem of having clients that just can't afford to go to trial. And so please watch the video if you want to get into more details. But what I wanted to cover in this case is just how many people think that they were screwed by the court system, when in reality, it seems to me that most of them never even really got to a trial. Most of them never even got to actually testify or present evidence. And it's almost as if a large bulk of the people who claim they've been screwed by the system were really just more so screwed by the business model. The attorneys are operating businesses. They have clients that can't even afford discovery, and they have to find these ways to close these cases very quickly before they get to discovery. And a lot of these people come out on the other end feeling cheated. They feel that their $5,000 was stolen. And ironically, the lawyers feel like the $5,000 is nothing. To get through discovery, most lawyers need $15,000, sometimes $20,000, $25,000. To get through a trial, it's almost the same thing. $15,000, another $25,000. It's just the amount of work that goes into those cases is inordinate. And most of the time, it's not even the fault of the litigant who's hired the lawyer. Oftentimes, it's the fault of the other party wanting to make things as complicated as they possibly can. But in any event, I'm not sure what I can really do with this video except to tell people that I'm really starting to question just how many people are being screwed by the actual court system, because so few people, at least the ones that communicate to me, are actually getting to a trial or an evidentiary hearing. And I think there is a portion of them that it is their attorney twisting their arm, and this is a big portion. I get a lot of people who say, my attorney said I was going to lose. My attorney started to turn on me. They started to say that I was the problem, that I didn't take the high road. I talk about this in the video, settlers versus litigators. But then you also have another group of people who they do get some interaction with the court, but it's not at a trial. It's at some other type of hearing, like a settlement conference or a case management conference, sometimes at a review hearing or a status check. And those are hearings where the court can't take evidence. But the average person doesn't understand that. They think that that is their trial. A lot of people think that that's actually their opportunity to testify and present evidence. And so a lot of these people don't understand that that's not the time to do that, and the court isn't listening to them, or the court isn't taking their evidence because they're not supposed to, or the court is making decisions, entering temporary orders, and the litigant thinks that the court's actually believing their ex, which they're really not, because they're not allowed to do that at that point. They're only able to enter temporary orders based on allegations. So, if you want to take a look at a very good example of what I'm talking about, watch Viewers Victory number 1, because the guy in Viewers Victory number 1 went to a temporary order modification hearing, lost flat, got nothing. Then he went to his trial and presented the exact same case. Everything that he presented at the temporary orders hearing, he presented at his trial, and he won everything. And it just came down to understanding that at those temporary hearings, those other hearings, you can't take evidence. Everything is based on a completely different legal standard. And when you go to trial, now the court has to make findings of fact, conclusions of law. They have to rely on citations, and it's just a very different experience legally. But the average person can't really tell the difference between the two things. And I talk about the differences in the video hearings, and I also talk about this problem in the video getting explanations. But I'm kind of at the point now where I suppose the little piece of advice that I can give to my viewers when it comes to this problem is you have to learn as much as you can. When you're in a high conflict case, if you win it, you're just asking to lose. You're not going to understand anything that's going on. You're not going to have a clue as to what hearing you're in the middle of. And sometimes it's also the need to follow through. Sometimes people do know what's going on. They've done a little bit of research. They've watched my videos, and they just won't follow through. They get to court. They have a bad decision come out, and they think the judge doesn't like them. And they think, okay, well, since the judge doesn't like me, I'm not going to get anything I want, so I'm just done. I quit. And I talk about that problem in the video. The judge does not remember you. I've had viewers who've gone into court. Terrible things have happened. They go into court next time, and they win everything. They don't understand why. They're like, why did this person just give me everything I wanted? But last time I came to court, they reamed me. It's because they don't remember you. They don't know who you are. Sometimes they'll say they do, but they don't. Maybe they remember a few sprinklings of facts here and there, but they don't know the details of your case. So anyway, I really do question, and I hope this video helps my viewers. I hope it helps my viewers question the same thing. I really do question how many people really are a victim of a broken legal system, and how many people really are more a victim of the business model, a victim of the attorneys, a victim of just not knowing how anything works. Because there are people who do go to trial and end up screwed. It does happen, but most of my viewers, that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting very few viewers who send me emails and say, hey, I went to court, I presented all this evidence, witnesses testified, and the judge didn't believe me and I lost. I'm waiting around, it's been 2 years and I'm still not in court. My lawyer is telling me that I have to give up because people aren't even getting to the end point. People aren't even getting a chance to present their cases. And so it's more so, to me, my impression is that they are being screwed over more so by the attorneys and the other ancillary pieces of the court system. I don't know, maybe custody evaluators, parenting coordinators, incompetent mental health experts, and not so much what I originally thought, which is that people are actually following through all the way to the end of their case and having a problem at that point. I do get those, I just don't get as many of them. If you have any questions, feel free to post it down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.